We're covering the new developments and the fallout from the big headline this morning involving President Trump's former personal attorney, Michael Cohen. Sources telling ABC News investigators who raided Cohen's office in a hotel found a recording of Cohen and Trump talking about a possible payment made to a Playboy playmate when Trump was a presidential candidate. ABC's David Wright has more from Bedminster, New Jersey, where the president is spending the weekend at his golf resort. David, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. This is a bombshell, a development first reported by the New York Times. At the very least, it would seem to be a betrayal by the president's trusted lawyer and fixer. And depending what the two men talked about on that tape, it could be much more. Even in the era of the tabloid presidency, it doesn't get much more tawdry than this. Apparent confirmation that in the closing days of the 2016 campaign, Donald Trump approved a plan to buy the silence of former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal about an alleged affair.
Thank you all very much.
Secretary Schultz, is Karen McDougal lying about the affair?
The president has always denied extramarital relationships and any knowledge of hush money paid to McDougal or adult film star Stormy Daniels. But the brief audio recording made secretly by Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, undercuts that. It was among items seized in an FBI raid of Cohen's home office and hotel, according to sources, who say Cohen outlines a scheme to reimburse the publishers of the National Enquirer $150,000 for the rights to her story, in order to bury it, a practice known as catch and kill. Sources familiar with the tape, which ABC has not heard, say Trump tells Cohen to make sure any payment is properly documented. Sources say the reimbursement never happened. The Enquirer never ran the story, and earlier this year, McDougal filed suit against the publisher, seeking to invalidate the non-disclosure agreement she signed. She also spoke with CNN's Anderson Cooper.
Did Donald Trump ever say to you that he loved you?
All the time.
Sources say the recordings came as a surprise to the president. His longtime fixer has previously pledged his undying loyalty to Trump.
I'll do anything to protect Mr. Trump.
But the pressures of a federal investigation may be taking their toll. As Cohen recently told George Stephanopoulos, "My wife, my daughter, and my son have my first loyalty and always will. I put family and country first." Fired FBI Director James Comey famously said, "Lordy, I hope there are tapes." He wasn't talking about this situation, but close enough. The question now is, might there be any more tapes between Trump and his lawyer among the items that the FBI seized? And that could have a bearing on this or other matters. Dan?
Absolutely. David Wright reporting in from New Jersey. David, thank you so much to discuss here. So let's bring in Kira Phillips from ABC News and our chief political analyst, Matthew Dowd, who's piping in from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Good morning to both of you. So, Kira, let me start with you. You've been covering this story. Two-part question. David's question is, are there more tapes? You've spoken to Michael Cohen. Are there more tapes? And give us a sense of the evolving nature of the relationship between these two men. Michael Cohen once said, "I'll take a bullet for the president." Is he of that mind now?
Oh, my God. Two great questions. First of all, yes, there are more tapes. The question is, will we hear Trump and Cohen on those tapes? That's what we don't know yet. As we know, Michael Cohen made a lot of recordings. He did it with a lot of different people. And we know the FBI retrieved all those tapes in the raids. So it's a wait and see right now. With regard to the relationship between Michael Cohen and President Trump, absolutely night and day. There was a time before Trump was president, and I would want to get an interview with Donald Trump. You had to go through Michael Cohen.
He was the gatekeeper.
He was the gatekeeper. He was the guy. And he would say, "Well, Kira, I need to talk, to Mr. Trump, and we'll see what we can do, and this and that." Now, both of them telling me directly, both the president and Michael Cohen, they don't talk. Wow. And for the first time, we saw Michael Cohen not too long ago speaking out against the president's immigration policy, the separation of families, and that was a huge surprise.
Yeah, that relationship has done a stark 180. Matt, let's bring you in from Ann Arbor. Go Blue, by the way, just down the road from my hometown. Had to get that in there.
Absolutely.
As a Michigander. So regardless of whether or not this recording will be admitted as evidence into the investigation, do you think this development of the recording is damaging for the president?
Well, as Kira said, it's legally. It reminds me of the movie Untouchables when Elliot Ness finds the accountant against Al Capone. That is actually the equivalent of Michael Cohen in the midst of this. I don't think this is going to have a political effect. Right now, Donald Trump keeps a plethora of support among Republicans. He has a paucity of support among Democrats and a pittance among independents. I don't think that's fundamentally going to change until the Mueller investigation wraps up and he presents evidence. But politically, Donald Trump is in the exact same place he was the day or two after Inauguration Day in 2017.
And Kira, how key is it for the Mueller investigation for Michael Cohen to cooperate?
Look, anything is possible, right? He was the pit bull for Donald Trump. He worked with him for more than 10 years. We still don't know what Michael Cohen has that could impact this investigation. We know he was in Moscow trying to do the deal, the Trump Tower deal, but that's it. That didn't go through. Does he have anything that could implicate the president in anything criminal? At this point, the president tells me, I did nothing wrong. There's nothing to flip on. Michael Cohen remaining very quiet right now.
Yeah, it's possible he has nothing. That is very important to say. Kira, thank you very much. Matthew Dow, we also appreciate your analysis from Go Blue Country. Thank you both. Really appreciate it.
Wolverine country.
Wolverine
Wait, I went to
country.
USC in Michigan. Oh, no, we're going to start. Go USC.
Stanford Cardinal. I'll get my
Okay,
shots.
there we go.
We're gonna
There we
battle
go.
it out.
We gotta get the Colby Mules in now.
Let's talk Rose Bowl, okay? Let's just go back. Let's go back to the Rose Bowl in the 80s.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.